How's everyone doing? Welcome to the Daily Messages with Corey. It's bright and early, March 2nd. Can I get an amen to right now? I don't know if anyone else is feeling this. I woke up kind of like, I'm not sure how to feel about the energies right now, which is good. It's a good thing. I'm not sure what to feel right now. There's a lot shifting and transforming in our own lives, and including in our own personal relationships, how we relate to one another, and all this transformation that's occurring. It's remarkable. We have so much going on with Mars, so much going on with Mars and Venus, Mars and Pluto. It's like the god of war meets the goddess of love, meets victory, meets so much newness. And even myself, I'm sitting here going like, what? What's going on? With all this Piscean energy too, our intuition is on fleek right now. You know. It's really important for you to know right now and to trust that knowing. We can capitalize off these energies. Like, we can use these energies for our highest good, to know what's for us and to create transformation, especially new moon in Pisces. We're in that miracle manifestation moment. We're in that most awesome point of us being able to create some really potent magic in our lives. It's just, can we trust that magic, and can we trust our discernment right now? Which we can. The energies right now are gifting us the ability of discernment. Our personal relationships, if you're in a personal relationship right now, they are transforming. The relationship with yourself, the relationship to one another, and it might feel confusing. This is the freshness of the newness that we've been calling forward. And as a result, sometimes the newness feels a little like strange. It feels strange. Yeah, soy sauce. You know, with and then I was looking, Moon sextile Uranus. That's bringing up a lot of like miracle magic, right? So here's the thing: is like, we can take this pressure point to really dial in on what's for us and what we need to achieve here and now, right? We've got go windows to create. We've got go windows to relax. We've got go windows to do both. So with, you know, the miracle manifestation here available for us to be able to create whatever it is we want to create, we also have moments now to be able to really go within to resolve and dissolve conflict, to create better relationships with ourselves and with one another, right? And to allow the improvements to unfold organically. Like, there's not much that we really have to do other than keep focusing on ourselves and what we need to purify and cleanse from within. And then just like let God, let the universe take care of the rest. There's something really important right now about allowing universal balance to be universal balance. And this came through last night really strong. As these things are coming up, you know, if there's conflict and you're trying to bring resolution to it and you don't want to engage anymore, it's just like literally there's been this turning over energy. Let me just take this situation and hand it over to the universal law, the law of one, and allow it to be. And there's something really nice and refreshing for that, because it now gives us the opportunity to tune deeper into our own cellular body, into our own form, and going, what's right for me? What feels right in this given moment? In this now moment, what feels right for me, right? So it's really an interesting kind of like trifecta, right? Of like, here we have the god of war that's very prevalent in driving this Plutonian energy of transformation forward for us. And then we have all of this energy of love and transforming our partnerships, where if we highlight our focus on that, we can witness the magic within that as well. And we can embrace this change and embrace this transformation. We can embrace this rebirth. And as we're collectively all rising up right now, it's now going to start affecting how we're unifying in a really beautiful and profound way. Like last night, I was noticing this in the energies, and I was noticing it too, is like everything was going smoothly, but in such a newness and such a freshness that it was like, this is strange. This is really strange. Now, as a result, you know, there are people that still want to engage in conflict. There are people that still want to engage in the madness, but you have the choice point, right, with this on how you're going to connect with that lesson, how you're going to connect with that wisdom, how you're going to embody that moving forward. You have a choice. You can play in that. You can also mind your own and allow it to be what it is. Either way, there's this really healthy level of detachment from a lot of things, and that healthy level of detachment is what opens up this flow for us, right? It's like, okay, we're kind of in a limbo floaty state now. Where is source carrying me forward, right? So there is like that choice, there's that freedom, that free will, there's that opportunity to engage on choice point in your own reality, in your own intuitive senses, in your own intuitive knowing of where to go and what to do. There's also that ability to just kind of sit back and allow the flow to carry you where it needs to carry you. But we have to open up to that flow. We have to open up to that newness and what that expression means for us. So there is a lot of transformation at foot. And even this morning I woke up and I'm like, what? What? I woke up at 555, which is that harmonizing with change, right? Harmonizing with that change, that newness, and really embracing and welcoming it. I mean, it's interesting. It's like when newness shows up at your front door, are you going to accept it? Especially someone who talks about new a lot. New earth, new realities, renewal of life force, right? I talk about newness a lot. And then it's like, here's the gift of new. How can you celebrate this? Can you allow this to be what it is, even if it feels uncomfortable? So there's a level of the unknown and of allowing the unknown to arrive for us, that when it's here, sometimes we go, whoa, I don't like this, because it feels unfamiliar. Can you embrace what this change is and where these shifts are taking us? Because there's a whole new current opening up for us, one we might not have even imagined. But we can allow ourselves to set our sail, to set our course and our directions there, and allow it to carry us with a very intuitive approach. Now, of course, with this comes a lot of emotional vulnerability too, right? A lot of this is emotional vulnerability and where we've been emotionally restricted, right? So it requires us to go a little bit deeper at times, to go a little deeper and to really search through, like, what am I feeling right now in this present moment? How does this situation make me feel? How is my belief system allowing this to occur in my reality? But there's also this level too of a level of detachment and not knowing, but just like a divine trust and surrender. Because once again, all that Piscean energy is bringing this intuition. And the intuition is, shh, the intuition is quiet. The mind is loud. Right? So it's trusting the silence and where the silence takes you, because the silence is taking you to a place of feeling, not to a place of logical expression. Okay? So the intuition is what's driving everything, and that intuitive ability, it's not always just like, the clairvoyant response or the clairaudient message, right? We're coming into a place of feeling, which means that we now have to sift through our feeling states so we can get clearer and clearer and clearer on what it is that we are feeling in every given moment, but where we're driving this space, this presence home to, right? So a lot of us have already where we want to go, whether we're aware of it or not. And it's just, where is the flow in the course taking us, especially as we are coming into all of this revolutionary change. So this revolutionary change is going to express to everybody in its own unique form, but it is revolutionary. And I can even feel it. I can feel how enlightening this experience is right now at a very deep, intrinsic, cosmic level. One that I can't really quite translate yet, but it's there, right? And that's Mercury Saturn, right? Is like, there's a new thought here, but there's a little bit restriction on how exactly I want to bring this out, right? It's like the newness is there, but it doesn't require words right now. It requires feeling states. And there will be the opening for us to be able to express this newness in a new way. But it's prevalent right now that there's ripe change on the forefront, and we can welcome that in. We also have a choice on how we're engaging with all this stuff, especially when it comes to drama, right? You can say, stop it. No, no. And move forward as the essence of love. It's just, how are we going to awaken and allow in this love, right? Because we really are coming into another level of unity. We're coming into another level of harmonization with our masculine and feminine. We're really finding what it is to allow universal balance and universal expression to be what it is, free of us having to really necessarily change anything. But we can be a part of the change. We can be the effect by being with the total whole you. So the complete version of you as divine love can sound the song of excellence through the field by holding that honor and holding that respect and holding that hope and holding that vision. That's the energy of victory. Right? So through these times, through the bending, the weaving, the new motion, and all of the emotion, can we keep our eyes on victory? Right? That's that Nike medicine. Goddess Nike. The war is already won. We're already victorious. So as it plays out, do we give in to the female narrative, or do we already recognize that what's said is said and what's done is done, and it's already complete? We're just watching everything play out as it is. And so that for ourselves is where, hey, where can I shift my focus in a direction that serves my highest and not feel guilty for doing that? Because there are tendrils of that pull on us in the energetics, right? Oh, this is going on over here, right? But like, do we really have to play to something that's already complete? Do we have to play into that madness, or can we find peace and hope with right where we're at and allow our intuitive sails to carry us forward into the newness? And that's up to everybody on how they choose to navigate it, right? How they choose to navigate it. But transformation's here. At a cellular level, at a mind level, we're detaching at greater levels. Here's the thing too, guys, is it's really important for us to stay with the heart right now. I had a beautiful conversation with a brother yesterday who was like, he and you know, I quote him because I'm not going to mention his name on here, but I'm going to quote him because he's the one that said this, and it was really important wisdom for me. And I want to share that with you because it was a gift to me, and I want to gift it to you as well. As he said, every time a pain or a trigger or a trauma clicks off in your reality, something in the pain body, you separate from your heart and you start moving up the ladder back up to the mind. And when you're up here and you start landing up here, this is when things get really weird, right? Because we're all working with heart-mind coherence. We're working with that spiritual authority. We're looking at heaven and hell and merging these, being that bridge point of these two connection points. And so as we're going through the triggers and we're dissolving and resolving all of the emotions, we also have to remember what it is to be heart-centered and heart-focused, because there's so much active energy that is directed right towards our own transformation right now. All of this Mars energy is like the direct focus on you. And as a result, it can feel punishing at times. Like, and sometimes it comes through condemning, like, you're doing this, you're doing that. Like the hand of God is just judging. But not judging from a place of the old dogmatic structures. It's a place of, can you see your self-worth and self-value to end these ways of being here and now? And feeling that can feel a little bit pressuring. But as long as we allow ourselves to open up and to receive what the abundant blessing of this light is and what this transformation is for us, we can use that to accelerate our course into a direction that is going to gift us hope and opportunity, and to open up what those new beginnings mean for us. Now, the beautiful thing is there's also the blend of all this high level of intuitive ability and discernment to also say, sorry, not mine, let it go, right? Which is a really nice level of empowerment to say no. To know that what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're sensing, or the advice you're getting isn't for you. And as a result, bing, 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 you're getting brownie points with your own light that's saying, thank you. Thank you. Let's listen to me a little bit more. Can we tune out the collective noise? Can we tune out the collective jargon? Can we tune out the mumbo jumbo and really dive deeper into the seat of the soul, the seat of the essence, and listen to that? Now, because there is a refinement of that, of our intuitive senses, right? This also will start to affect our stomach, right? So I don't know if anyone else is feeling the gut stuff, but it's like, ugh, you know, we're sharpening our intuition. We're sharpening our intuition. It's like razor sharp right now. So as a result, some people might be seeing more. They might be feeling more. They might be knowing more. They might be expanding at greater and greater levels. And the depth of that expansion, while coinciding with all this direct transformation, can feel like a lot. Thank you. we can take this intuitive drive and we can learn something from the experience by how, when we trust this space of feeling, how it can open up beautiful new beginnings and miracles for us that we never knew were possible for ourselves. Really important, you know. So right now, you know, for myself, I find that when I'm going through this stuff, it's like, you know, as long as I just keep surrendering it to the divine and I take it out of the hands of Corey for right now and let the universe sort it out, it seems to work itself out. Recognizing, hey, sometimes my plans don't work. And so I'm going to trust the divine and surrender to that where it takes me. And now it's turning into conscious co-creation to open up to magic and miracles that we might not have ever been able to witness, including the flourishing of our own realities, of our own relationships, of our own love of self, of our own connection to the divine, and to the opportunities that open up for us in every now moment, no matter how silly, small, or subtle they might be, or how big they are. We have a lot of opportunity right now. But we just have to open up to allow that opportunity in, because once again, we're in the newness. For a lot of us, we're in the void still. So as a result, creating that space is really important. Creating that space is really important. Keep declaring your sovereignty across all time, space, time, across all dimensions, seen and unseen. Right? Command your sovereignty, command your freedom, command your space, command your truth, command your clarity, and say, hey, I can stand sovereign as the soul self. I can stand sovereign as the light here and now. And to know that we've already won, that we don't have to give into the war because the war is already done. So any conflict that is occurring in your own life is occurring within, and we can settle that from a place of surrender. We can settle that from a place of peace. We can go within and do that. And sometimes it means we got to kick our own ass to get the job done. Anyone else do that? Really good at beating their own butt? Thank you, Maz. Thank you, Maz. You know, the war is already done, but any internal conflict is what we're bringing peace to right now. And anywhere that contraction is occurring within you or within your relationships, it will be shown and highlighted. And it's up to us what we can do, right? And for some of us, yeah, the damage is already done. So for some people, there's been damage that's occurred, and as a result, their intuition is talking to them right now. The seed of their own soul, the seed of their essence is saying, hey, you're worth more than this. Hey, I know you lost a lot, but there's a lot of beautiful miracles coming for you. Hey, I know you're feeling a lot right now, but guess what? You're safe. Your awareness is increasing in every now moment. And as your awareness is increasing, you can use that for your highest good. You can use that for your advantage. You can also use that to help other people. You can show compassion here. You can show compassion. You can show love. You can ignite love in your life, and you can share that with other people. Right? Grand rising. So yeah, there is a lot that's occurring right now. There's a lot occurring in you know, it's quite exciting. But even this morning, I woke up going, what the heck happened last night? And even this morning, I'm like, what the heck is going on? But from a place of like, wow, I didn't expect that one, which is great. Please dissolve all expectations, because you're opening yourself up for miracles. Right now, you're opening yourself up for miracles when you release the expectation. This includes expectations of others. Can you allow other people to just show up how they are without having to? And as a result, if people are showing up in a way that doesn't feel right to you or doesn't allow you to flourish, it's going, okay, well then how can I create the choice point in my own reality to shift my focus in a direction that which serves what I'm feeling from within, so I can really feel into a space of feeling comfortable in my expression and in my vulnerability. So for some people, this might be changing routine, changing patterns, might be changing friend groups. For some people, it might be, you know, a little bit more hermit energy. It's entirely up to you. Right? Karina, yeah, I know. It's like, what the heck? But we're all good. That's what's funny. All this stuff was popping off and we're all good. Can we feel into the divine love and how held and supported we are regardless of everything going on? Right? That's the important thing right there, is to really know deep within how held and loved we are, how held and how loved we are in the eyes of the divine. And as a result going, man, maybe I am the miracle after all. Maybe this entire time, this miracle that we were seeking outside of us, it was actually just us. A glowing bubble of light, just expanding within the form and doing what it can to put one foot in front of the other and to keep the trajectories nice and easy as possible. Right? So for some people, this is damage control, right? Which is cleaning up messes, cleaning up some rough messes, cleaning up some internal messes. Either way, transformation is bright for all of us. Magic is really bright for all of us. I know that one, Betty. Betty just said she woke up feeling good, but feeling a little guilty about it. Guys, this is what I'm talking about with that choice point in where we're driving our attention and focus to, okay? This is back to that, do I pay attention to what's going on in the chaos, or do I pay attention to what's going on in the love? And if I choose that love, do I allow things that are out of my control to affect my reality? Do I allow those variables to come in and to start trying to shift where my focus is and starting to embed that belief system or that belief structure into my now moment? Am I letting yesterday bleed into today? Am I letting 2 years ago bleed into today? Or am I staying in that future present now, which is hopeful, which is victorious, which is loving, which is kind, or whatever that means for you, right? Please, this is me just kind of throwing bandwidths out there, right? Because those are the realities that I'm working to try to achieve and to accomplish in my own life, right? So it really is, it's entirely up to you, right? But do not feel guilty for having a good day. Think about that. That's the tendrils of fear leaving your body as you're igniting more love, more passion, more hope for yourself. And that happens, especially as we're going through these energies of the grand unplugging at this deep intrinsic level. Is the more you unplug and the more you choose hope and love, that fear will come barking up and go, hey, why aren't you paying attention to me? Right? Especially when you're transitioning collectives. So if you're ever transitioning collectives, or you're migrating friend groups, or you're migrating into another vibrational bandwidth, you will hear the cries of the old room trying to call you back as you're transitioning into that newness. Right? And I've had this happen so many different times in my own life, where I'm transitioning collectives, I'm transitioning into a new room, transitioning into a new room, a new version of my life, or a new energetic bandwidth, or a new tonality, a new hue, and I can hear the reverberation of the old crying, why aren't you here with me? Right? And sometimes we just have to let them stay in that room and allow them to transition into whatever new trajectory is right for them, because not everyone can board the train on your journey. We're constantly weaving light, right? So we have to look even in our own relationships. Is this person here for a reason, for a season, or for a lifetime? Right? Because some people are lessons. Can we allow them to be a lesson and not allow them to be permanent? Some people are permanent and they're not just lessons. And you might be fearing that they're just a lesson, right? It's going to be different for everyone in this unique tone, but this is the restructuring of relationships that's occurring. That's that Mars and Venus energy. It's so new, it feels weird because it's detached, it's free, it's sovereign. But if you've been calling this forward for yourself, you've been calling this forward. You're now reaching a new level of completion, and you're also a complete person in a body. You're whole now. You're not fractured. You're not a half meeting a half, or a quarter meeting a 3/4. You're a whole. So now that you've recognized and clarified that you're a whole soul and body, what do you do with that now? And how do you use that beautiful light and that intuitive ability to know how to walk forward on this journey moving forward right now? All this Piscean energy, once again, intuition on fleek. Trust it. Trust your knowing. But once again, back to that Saturn and Mercury. Okay. You might not know how to express what this intuitive feeling is. That's okay. Just trust it. Take that time to meditate. Take that time to walk away. Take that time to say, hey, I'm not entirely sure what I'm feeling right now, but I need to process this. So if you need to process what's going on, take that time, allow it to be. Sometimes some intuitive senses aren't meant to be expressed in a way or translated into words. Sometimes we just need to let it be what it is, naturally. Sometimes we just need to let it be what it is. Okay? So yeah, it's a very interesting time, lots of transformation. And lots of, this is the only face I can make, it's just kind of eye roll. And not eye roll from a place where we're laughing at the discord or laughing at other people's pain, but like, what the heck is going on? Because it feels right, but it might not be what we expected based upon the lenses in which we created that vision forward. Because once again, if you created something from rose-colored glasses, right, and now you're seeing clearly, you're like, wow, I didn't mean to create it this way, but it's actually exactly as it's supposed to be. What a concept. This reality that I'm in right now, I created for myself. Thank you so much, Twitty. I created for myself, and as a result, it might not look how I thought it would be, but can I allow that to be the miracle of what it is? Because it is new. So it's like fresh slate, fresh template, 0 point. Where do we go from here? Well, it's not that we deconstructed anything already. It's just we get the choice on how we're going to paint the canvas today. So in every now moment, gift yourself freedom of thought. Gift yourself freedom of expression. Gift yourself the freedom of the new. And freedom does feel weird. Freedom feels weird for some people. Freedom feels like really nice and refreshing for others. But sometimes when you step into a new trajectory and you wake up like how I woke up today, I'm like, this is really new. Can I allow it to be what it is and not have to change anything? Right? Not having to like grab to... Guys, if the structure is falling, don't try to repair it right now. If the table is falling over, don't try to hold on to it. Let it fall. Can you see that the universe will spill your milk for you so you can learn? And you don't have to try to fix it or change it. You can just let it fall. A lot of these things are temporary, right? Creating that space for new, shifting into new journeys, lessons, learning. Allow it to be what it is. Move forward in the newness, renewal. And feel it fully. And allow your intuition to speak to you today. Allow it. It's gonna show you. It's gonna show you where to go, what to do, but once again, it requires us accessing a space of feeling. So this is where we start to really, look at your practice. What's helping you to increase your intuitive senses? Meditating in the morning, connecting in the forest. But also too, with all this, like direct energy of movement, where are we going? What are we doing? Don't sit around and wait for people. Just keep flowing. If you sit around and wait for people, you're also taking away really beautiful opportunities to create magic in your own life and to create miracles. So while everyone's working through what they're working through, trust that whoever's meant to be on your side, on your journey, is going to be right next to you. The universe, the divine, never removes anything from you out of punishment. It will always remove something for your highest good. And if it's meant to be removed from your life, it's not meant for you. So we can let go of the control. We can relinquish all that stuff, and we can just allow it to be what it is. Just allow flow to be flow, and allow current to be current, and allow change to be change, allow transformation to be transformation, and allow everything to be what it is here and now. And be okay with where it is, how it is, exactly as it's supposed to be here and now. And that's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. Really, really, really beautiful. All right, guys, so we're going to do a little card pull. Boop, 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 boop. A little card pull. A little card pull. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. Ew, there's my selenite. Oh, look at this tribe love. Love seeing you guys all getting along, getting together. Creating happy families, creating happy homes, creating transformation every now moment. All right, what's going on today? What messages do we want to bring forward for the collective? And Corey's got a theme today. What messages want to come forward for us today? March 2nd. Pisces. Yeah, there's that clarity. There's that clarity. Yep, there's that completion. Man, there's so much completion going on. And big guys, this is big. This is the completions that are happening right now are huge. And each one of us is experiencing differently. But the completions that are happening are giant. I can't quite put words to it, but I'm sitting here too going, yo, this is big. This is big. Whatever is transforming in our lives is big. And guys, this is the kind of transformation that if we allow it in, it changes us for decades. It changes us for lifetimes. We can see our lifetime entirely shift into a place where we never thought we could allow it to imagine, as long as we allow the shift to occur. If we can just let it be what it is, these are the kind of energies that if we capitalize on it, we can create beautiful miracles for ourselves. And we can land in trajectories and with people and with opportunities that we could have never imagined. And that's just my own intuitive sense of what's going on, is that if we really open up ourselves to receive right now, if we really open up to allow this transformation to be exactly what it is, and allow it to shift us and allow the sails to carry us home, we could land in places and with people and with experiences we never thought we could imagine. And that's us awakening to the fact that we are the miracle. Okay. So let's see, March 2nd. March 2nd, King of Wands, man. Throne of Power. A lot of courage today. A lot of courage coming forward. And a lot of magic too, a lot of creative magic. You know, with the King of Wands here, we're looking at that. I don't know what's going on with Jupiter, but we are looking at that expansion right there. We are looking at that expansion. We're looking at that courage. That's also that Mars energy though, right? That's that courage, that's that bravery. To stand in who we are, to stand as we are, and to stand in our trust and to stand in our truth. It also is a very active energy, right? It is a very active energy. But here with the Six of Cups, we're also seeing that innocent play of our connection with our own child and with one another as our soulmates. This is like the magical families getting together and expressing love. Right. And what's really interesting is the King of Wands almost feels like a guardian of the children. And so it's like this courageous energy is also benefiting the child to be able to, it's like almost holding space for the child to be able to reconnect to the other children. This is the courage of love, guys. This has almost got a little bit of like almost like a little bit of a poetic justice feel. I don't see any swords coming through right now, but this has got a little bit of that, like that courage to be loved, the bravery of love. Oh, there we go. Here we go. This is what I was waiting for. Okay. So we're seeing guys right now that, here's what I want to state. Our relationships are protected. This to me is saying, you know what, your relationships with yourself, with one another, the soul family, the soul tribe, or romantic partner, very much so, it's taken care of. Like, this has got a little bit of an energy after I'm seeing the rest of the cards to say, hey guys, don't worry, this is protected. Let that be what it is. There's not much to do. Just the courage of knowing that your child is safe and how you're connecting with other people's inner child is safe. Because there's a gift that wants to come in. The gift of action. The gift of action, abundant and independent, and building. So there is a gift in this now moment to know that our relation, it's really cool because it's like, hey, you don't right now have to worry about your partnerships. You don't have to worry about the soul tribe. You don't have to worry about the relationships right now because the universe wants to give us a gift. And it's the gift of knowing we can focus on ourselves right now and we can keep building. and allowing this to be what it is. Because this is still beautiful energy. It's like we don't have to do anything here. The transits are in place. This is going to transform. The universe right now is saying, we do have a gift for you, though. We have the gift of you to be able to really take that vision, put it into action as that independent, autonomous, sovereign, abundant self, and building that way. And you're going to be okay. Which is a beautiful gift. It's an opportunity to say, hey, we can allow that to settle over there, and we can focus on what are we building right now? What are we creating in every now moment? What are we doing? Creating the new realities. Like this to me is like the children are safe. Kids are safe, guys. We're good. We're taken care of. The magic's safe. The magic is protecting the relationships. The magic is protecting our friendships. The magic is protecting our partnerships. We don't have much to do. And I don't want to say protect, right? Because that still can instigate that something's trying to be inserted, right? So let's transmute that entire thing. Let's say that we don't need to worry about this. We just need to stand courageous in our knowing that all is well and put our focus on the gift that the universe is giving us right now, which is the opportunity to take action on that which feels right for us. Taking action from a place of really deep self-worth and deep self-value, and building up that ladder into the higher trajectories, building up that business, building with one another, building, however this building shows up for you with the Eight of Pentacles. Either way, we are in the process of building, and we have the momentum right now to take action on those things and to start really recognizing our self-worth and self-value, recognizing how loved and supported we are, recognizing that some things we don't have to worry about because the divine's got our back, especially in regards to our partnerships and our friendships and our connections. It's like the universe is saying, hey, you don't got to worry right now. Let me take care of this. I'm going to give you a gift. And the gift is being able to create some movement forward to build something in your life that is sustainable. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, it's got a really good quality in it. It's got that abundant quality. It's got that connected to nature. It's got that really balanced, prosperous, hopeful part of you. And so the universe is saying, I'm giving you the gift right now to be able to build in a way that's going to afford opportunity for you to continue to build. This is the sustainable magic. And as the sustainable magic is coming in for ourselves to really reignite the hope for our own visions, we know that those things that if we've had any concern with relationships or partnerships or family or friends, that magic is holding us. The magic is supporting this journey. And you will know if this is right for you or not. Once again, dabble into that intuitive senses, guys. Piscean energy, get into that intuition, because the seed of the soul will speak to you about what this means for you. But it's like it's really nice to know that we can put our focus in a direction that is now building and allowing certain things to be and allowing certain processes to be what it is. And to know that it's held and supported in magic is a really beautiful thing. Because when you're supported by your own magic and you're supported by universal magic, it's so much easier to get things done. It really does feel like the universe is taking some pressure out of our hands. Which is nice, because when you're a supporter or a caregiver, right? If you're in one of those caregiver or supporter roles, I know you understand what it is trying to balance plates, trying to balance relationship, balance job. How am I going to make money? How am I going to afford rent? How am I going to clean my home? How am I going to take care of my health and my well-being? Especially being an entrepreneur, it can feel like we're juggling. And right now, the universe is taking some pressure off of us right now and saying, hey, don't worry, we got this. The magic is supporting it. Focus on what you're doing to create right now and to build. And to create opportunity. So really beautiful reading. Beautiful astrology right now. Beautiful energies. Now, where is it going to take us? That's up to you and up to the seat of your own soul and up to your own intuition. How it's coming through for you. But we are embarking on newness. We're embarking on new journeys. Mastery in full effect, guys. This is a new level of mastery. And even if you're not feeling super masterful right now, guys, this is the obtaining of that next level of mastery in our own lives. And so as we're obtaining that next level of mastery and we're going through these shifts and these transformations, can we allow ourselves to be this right now? To allow our mastery to be our mastery. Right? You hold the key to the ignition. You've been given the key, guys. You've been given the key. You've been given the key. And a part of that gift with the Ace of Pentacles is saying, okay, you've been given the key, you've been given the green light, what are you going to do now? What are you going to build for yourself? What are you going to create? What are you going to create? And doing it from a place of really deep self-worth and deep self-value, and allowing the magic to hold us and to support us, allowing the energies to support us. And for some people, this might feel like the first time you've ever felt supported in your life. This for some people might be the first time they've ever felt loved and supported, you know. And I recognize that myself. Don't neglect your self-worth. Don't neglect yourself. Don't neglect your beingness. Just show up and do what you got to do. However you choose to get, right? You know, just show up and do what you got to do. Because when we're light workers, sometimes we got to do some funny stuff to be light. Just show up and do you. Do you, be you. Be deep. Because these energies are gifting us propulsion forward and are the catalyst to go deeper than we have before, and to express deeper, and to show up more in our raw vulnerability, and to be held and supported within that space as well. Transformation ahead. Direct your energies elsewhere if you need to. If you're going into a situation and your gut is saying, oh hell no, listen, it's right, and the universe will show you exactly how right it is. Right? Don't allow me to be the determining factor. Trust your own soul. Trust your own self. Take your power back from other people. Guys, take your power back. Encourage the embodiment of yourself. Encourage the embodiment of your own soul, of your own light, of your own gifts, of your own magic, and just allow the rest to unfold. Your drama, your tragedy is turning into a miracle right now. As long as we keep alchemizing the energies and working with our transmutation, right? Working with the violet fire, working with the violet flame, working with those energies to continually focus on the transmutation of all these properties, and to step into our alchemical knowing of what love can do to transform and to transcend our own illusion. Our journey can be very incredible with what's going on right now, if we allow it to be so, and just allow everything to shift and to realign exactly as it's supposed to, in accordance to the divine plan. And as a result, some of us have to surrender to our plan and allow the divine plan to be the divine plan. And that's okay. Because this pathway is meant to get easier. But remember, we're stronger together than we are apart. And that is a key theme, always going to be for me. We're stronger together than we are apart. But from a place of autonomy, from a place of independence, from a place of serenity, from a place of divine knowing, from a place of freedom, free will, autonomy, and sovereignty. Plain and simple. We, as light workers, as tribe, are better together than we are apart. And so we can allow our differences to be differences. We can allow our belief systems to be what they are. We can transform and shift in many different ways. But we have to remember that right now we are stronger together than we are apart. But from a place of neutrality, from a place of surrender, from a place of sovereignty, from a place of freedom, and a place of you being your individuation, your individual expression of your soul light and your soul gifts, and however that chooses to express through you in every now moment. It's just show up and do you, boo-boo, and allow the universe to celebrate you being you authentically. All right, guys, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Beautiful day to receive. Beautiful day to receive. So be mindful of that. The energetics in the cards was doing energy. It was taking action. But tune in and listen, guys, because some days it's just better to receive than it is to do. Victory's here. We've already won. And as long as we hold that vision as creators, hold on to that hope as creators, we can allow the dust to settle. Okay? We can allow the dust to settle. So I thank you, I honor you, I bless you. And I too am in a place of surrender and in a place of serenity, right? So as we are closing out this reading, as we're closing out this live stream, I just want to say thank you. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you for being a part of my team. Thank you for all that you do. We're building some really beautiful, things right now. I want to let you know I see you. I honor you. And I trust you. Now please, trust yourself. Trust your knowing, your intuition. And trust that you are held and supported by the divine, by the mother, by the father, by the everything and the nothing. And with that, we're just going to keep moving forward and allow ourselves to shift, bend, switch in every now moment, and just allow everything to be exactly as it is. All right, guys? Love you. Mwah. All my links will be in the description box once I'm done with this. With that, I'm done. We're going to go drink some more coffee and go celebrate the sun. Love you guys.